Good morning to everyone. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of August, and time for another few words. I was thinking about the tragedy in Hawaii and Maui during these days and the hopelessness with which the people must have felt surrounded by fire, and the only way to escape is to go into the ocean. And all the devastation and the loss of life that was experienced there. And the thought came to me, I wonder how many of us really felt compelled to do something for them, to think of them, to want to do something to remind them that they're not alone, that they are thought of and cared for and valued and appreciated, and wanting to do something in their great need. Well, another thought came to me as I was thinking along, and it's kind of related. I was thinking, how many dreams have we given up on in our life? Have we had in our life dreams of doing great things, of doing things that will make a difference in other people's lives? How many resolutions have we made at one time or another throughout our life and not followed up on? Resolutions that promise to do something better about ourselves or about the world around us. How often have we complained about the world itself, the condition of the world, the situation of the world, our country, our homes, and our own life not turning out the way we want it to turn out, we hoped it would turn out? How many times have we just simply thrown up our hands and surrendered and waved the white flag, so to say, and decided we just can't make a difference, we're being overwhelmed, with all of the negative things going on in the world around us? What do we see when we look around us? We see wars, insurrections, we see violence of every kind, we see incivility and rudeness, we see immorality, we see anger and hatred, and we finally say, we look at each other and we say, enough, Lord, enough. Give us a breather, give us a break. Do something, God. Change this, change what we have, what the way this world is going on, Well, I come to say that it's not necessary. It is up to God, but it is God's grace working through us. There's a story about a father and a boy walking, or a man and a boy walking down the beach, and the man was watching the boy. It was a beach littered, as far as you could see, on both directions, littered with starfish that had been washed up on the ocean, right? Washed up by the tide. And the man was watching the boy one at a time, picking them up and throwing these starfish into the sea. And then the man asked the boy, son, what are you doing? He said, well, I'm saving these starfish, And he threw another one in the ocean. And the man took a good look. He looked down one end of the beach, looked down the other, and he saw hundreds, maybe even thousands of these starfish, as far as the eye could see. And he said, well, you're not going to be making any difference whatsoever, And as the boy picked up one starfish and threw it in the ocean, he said, makes a difference to that one, I thought how true that little story is for each of us, How we are called not just to wait on the sidelines, not just to be spectators, not just to think in terms it's up to God to change the world. It wasn't God that got this world into the situation it was. It was us. It was we ourselves. It was humanity that got this world into the situation that it is now. And so now we have to say it is humanity's turn and opportunity to change things. If we want to change it, we have to begin to change it. One person, one soul, one act of kindness at a time. We look around us and we say, have we ever wished for peace? I keep wishing for peace every year for Christmas, peace in the world. And I know people gave me as a gift, as a wonderful reminder to me, a little globe with a peace sign stuck on it. So peace in the world, And they've given me other peace things throughout my tenure here at Merry Help of Christians. But the reality is that I have to say, it's not just the gifts that I get, it's what am I doing to bring peace into the world? Am I approaching every person with a smile, with a kind word, with a good, with what I can do to make their life better every day. Every person that comes into my life, I don't care who it is. I had as a motto, and I know I sometimes don't, it sometimes eludes me, but I always say people over paper. If I'm at work and somebody comes in, I'm doing my best to make sure I drop what I'm doing and give the people my attention. And it's something I'm working on. It's still I'm still a work in progress with that. Okay, I'm still a project of life. But at the same time, try to do something. Make someone's life better. How often do we lose our temper on the road? We rage at people cutting us off, or we rage at this or that. We rage at the people in the store, or we get upset with what somebody says or what somebody does. You know, as we get older in life, we have to see that getting angry is not an answer. Responding rage with rage is not an answer. It is kindness at all times, in every situation, in every circumstance. And are we making a difference? Maybe not in China yet, maybe not on the other side of the world yet, but here and now, with the person that's in front of me, we can make a difference. We can make a difference with the person that we are stopped at as a traffic sign. Don't have to give them anything, just a good word, a smile. Let them know we value them. Do we value life? We want to make this a peaceful place. We have to exude peace. And with peace comes praying for justice and working for justice. We can't just sit on the side and point fingers at everybody who's not being peaceful, or point fingers at everybody who's being angry, or point fingers at everybody who's upset. Let's become and choose to be a peaceful people, a joyful people, a loving people. When Jesus says the great commandment is loving God with your whole mind, heart, body, soul, and strength, he says also it is loving your neighbor as you love yourself. That is the second. That is equal to it. That's the great commandment. Let's make sure that we witness to it. Not waiting for others to do it, but choose to do it ourselves. Change whatever in our life is holding us back from acting out, making one dream in our life come true. Pray for peace, but work for peace. Pray for justice, but work for justice. Pray for an end of violence, but make sure that we become that peaceful people that we are hoping everyone else will be. Mary, help of Christians, pray for us. Mary, help of Christians, pray for you. God bless you all. Have a great week, and hopefully we'll see you next week.